On this episode of Baby Oh Baby Go, Baby Oh Baby Go, Baby Oh Baby Go. Hey guys, so I am making a chocolate chip oatmeal raisin cookie for my little one. Now, y'all, this recipe was a big fail for me. But keep in mind, I originally just wanted a chocolate chip cookie recipe. But I did not have enough chocolate chips, at least in my opinion. I like my chocolate chip cookies to be very, very chocolatey. So I did not have enough chocolate chips. So I'm like, what else can I substitute chocolate chips with? And I was like, raisins. Which was a huge mistake, first of all, because I'm like, if I add raisins, then I need to add oatmeal. Needless to say, it just turned into a disaster recipe. So, y'all, I started off with a stick of butter, a cup of brown sugar, and I think a half a cup of white sugar. First of all, it needed more sugar. I like to have a cup of both. I've learned that from, after this fail of a recipe, I made more, okay? And my other recipes were way better than this one. I ended up adding an egg as well, and I think I overmixed the egg, which I believe can cause your cookies to be either really fluffy, like cakey, or flat. I'm not 100% sure, but either or you don't want. Like, you want that middle ground for your cookie. At least for me, I like mine to be like a little gooey. Y'all, these cookies were not gooey at all. It was really, really bad. And it was just a really, really unpleasant unpleasant cooking experience, okay? So, I'm whisking away as I do when I'm making cookies. And you definitely don't want to over whisk anything in your cookie recipe besides the butter and the brown sugar, white sugar combination. In that bowl, there was flour, cinnamon, and baking powder. Now, the recipe, I believe, called for baking soda, but I don't like using baking soda in my cookies. If anyone is like me, comment down below, but baking powder works better for me than baking soda. I've tried with baking soda, and that's another ingredient that will make your cake, make your cookie cakey. At least in my opinion, baking powder does not do it as much for me. It could be because of how I incorporate all the ingredients, but every time I use baking soda, they're cakey, and I do not like cakey cookies. If I want a cake, I'm gonna make a cake. If I want a ooey gooey chewy cookie, then I want to make an ooey gooey chewy cookie. But anyways, I ended up adding all this stuff, and I added oatmeal, and as you can see, this is the driest cookie batter I have ever seen. Like, it was so dry. Like, it was drier than a beggar's bowl. That's how dry this cookie batter was. I was like, oh, this is some dry cookie batter. Did I do something wrong? Is it me? Because normally, y'all, you do not add any liquids to your cookie batter, but I'm like, there has to be something else. Maybe if I add the chocolate chips and stuff to this, it'll, help it to work itself out and be a little more, less dry and stiff. But nevertheless, this is how it was turning out. And I knew at this point it was a fail, but I kept on going. I kept on going anyway. I should have threw it away then and just started over. But no, I had to keep pushing forward. So, as you can see, I'm adding the raisins. Of course, I'm not measuring. I'm just putting it in my hand. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. So I did that, and I added the chocolate chips. Y'all, this was all the chocolate chips I had left. And y'all might think that that was a lot of chocolate chips when I pour it in, but this is not a lot of chocolate chips to me. Like, I would like double that amount. I like a lot of chocolate chips in my cookies, okay? Even when I buy the ones from the store, I always get the ones that say like extra chunky chocolate chip or however they word it on their little packages when I don't feel like making homemade cookies. And with this recipe, you would actually go to the store and buy the cookies. Don't make this recipe. But yeah, I'm just mixing away, and as you can see, it's just getting drier and drier. It's just getting drier and drier. So I ended up having to add some milk. I was like, maybe this will help it out. Now, y'all, I don't drink whole milk or 2% milk or any of those cow milk. So I did almond milk, and it didn't help. Yeah, it didn't help at all. Oh, and y'all, sidebar. So I have a question for y'all. I was watching a video on YouTube, as I do, and I saw this lady, and she was potty training like a baby, not a toddler, y'all, like a baby. Like that baby may have been no more than old enough to hold their head up. I don't remember how old that is. I think it's like 3-4 months. I'm not 100% sure, but that was a baby, and she was trying to potty train that baby. Like, what a waste of time. In my opinion, I just feel like that's a big waste of time to potty train a baby. A baby, let them live. If they want to poop and pee in their diaper, let them do that. They're a baby. Who potty trains a baby? I mean, if the baby can't walk, it just seems counterproductive unless you're just trying to save on diapers and, wipes. That's the only thing I could think of, but you still have to wipe. So you're not really saving on wipes. What are you saving on besides diapers? And if you're that worried about the money on diapers, you can always get the reusable ones now. Did I go that route? Absolutely not. I definitely use disposable diapers. But if you are one of those people who, like to save money, who don't like to, cause too much trash in the environment and all that stuff, and you don't like doing disposable things like disposable paper plates, disposable paper plates. Of course, if it's paper, it's disposable. But anyways, if you don't like doing all that stuff, like you're a minimalist, that's what they call them, minimalist, then yes, I can understand, you wanting to, I guess, potty train your little one early. But that early, in my opinion, just seems counterproductive. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. If you think potty training a baby is like a good idea, definitely comment down below. I don't think it's a good idea, but that's just me. But back to the video. As you can see, I must have added way more milk, because why does it look so moist now? It was looking dry before. But these cookies are looking very moist now. So I'm like, I'm getting somewhere. That adding that little bit of milk really helped. But when you make cookies, you do not add liquids. And I should have known. That was the mistake number, 10? What mistake number am I on? Because I've made so many so far, but yeah, I had to use an ice cream scooper to scoop up these cookies as well, because I don't have a cookie scooper. Do they make those? I'm assuming they do make cookie scoopers, but I didn't have one, and I didn't have time to run to the store and go buy a cookie scooper. So I was like, let's just use a spoon, a big spoon. I'm like, what about an ice cream spoon? Why didn't I just use a regular spoon? I don't know, but I didn't, okay? I use a ice cream scooper, and as you can see, I'm making a huge mess. These cookies are extra large. Why are they so big? Why am I scooping these huge scoops of doggone cookie batter? That was mistake number 20. It has to be, because it's just one mistake after the other. So y'all, I ended up putting these in the oven. And let me tell you, they smelled delicious, okay? They smelled really, really good. But when I took them out the oven, I was shocked. I was flabbergasted, okay? Because all of my cookies was like a complete cookie. It was just one big cookie because I made them too big. So because I made them too big, they all ended up cooking on top of each other, and it just made one huge cookie. And then not only did it make one huge cookie, but I also it was really hard to get them off of the baking sheet because they were so sticky. And it was absolutely ridiculous. Because I had to cut each one into squares. And y'all, this is how it ended up turning out. Look how flat these cookies are. It's so bad. It's so bad. As you can see where I cut them at. But yeah, this was a huge fail. Don't make this recipe. But y'all, other than that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.